Want to use remote with your Microsoft Teams Rooms device? Not these kinds of remoting into your Microsoft Teams Rooms and Windows. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Mo Mondays. In this week's episode, I'm going to show you how to set up remote access for your Microsoft Teams Rooms on Windows. Now, I know there's many different little third-party ways to go ahead and do it, and people have been doing them in the past, but finally, Microsoft has released remote access for Microsoft Teams Rooms on Windows. Not available on Android just yet. It's supposed to be coming. It's on the roadmap. But currently today, we have the ability to remote access using the Pro Management Portal straight into your Microsoft Teams Rooms on Windows. So let me show you exactly how you'll go ahead and set that up. So the first thing that we're going to do is head over onto the Microsoft Teams Admin Center. You do need to have a Pro license, by the way. So that's the prereq. You need to have a Pro license. I'd be surprised if you're not rocking Pro licenses, but if you're using a Pro license, you can go directly to the Pro Management Portal, or you can be like me. Normally, what I do is I usually have Teams Admin Center on all the time. And there's a little shortcut because I can't be bothered typing in URLs. Simply head over to Teams devices. And then just down here at the bottom, you'll notice there's a Teams Rooms Pro Management link. Click that link once and it will load up a brand new page and it will take you directly into the Pro Management portal. Once you are in the Pro Management portal, you're greeted with the home screen, of course. But there's a couple of things that we need to set up first. The first thing that we need to do from a tenant level is set up remote access, or give the ability to set up remote access. And the way we would do that is simply head over to the left-hand side of the page, hit on settings, hit on general, and then right down here at the bottom, you'll see we have remote access. So enable integration, allow Teams Rooms Pro Management remote access. You can learn more if you want to hit that link. And then, of course, if you want to add any kind of email addresses. That's the first thing that you need to do. Now that part's been done, we are going to go ahead and set it up. Now, all you would have to do is really go ahead and create a role. So again, on the Teams Rooms Pro Management portal, again, open up the settings page, head over down to roles, and we want to create a brand new role. So you'll notice just across the top here, we have create role. So I'm going to go ahead and click create role. It'll say enter the role properties. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to put remote access user. If I can do that without messing things up. There we go. Remote access role. There we go. And then simply go ahead and hit the next button across there. Now, where you've got role permissions, of course, if, depending on who the administrator is or whoever you're setting up the role for, you can select different things. But for my use case here specifically, all I want to do is grant access to the remote access part. I don't want to do anything else. And again, it's a good idea to set up different roles based on different needs. So all you do is you head all the way down here to the bottom. You will notice we've got remote access. You can set up two different types. You can set up view only, so you can go in and view it and then maybe on a phone talk to a customer. And then you have the ability to also modify as well. So if I was to go view only, then it would open up the window. I'd be able to see what's going on there. And then maybe I'd have to use a phone, to contact whoever's inside of the room and tell them how to use it. But in my case, I'm going to click on modify. That will allow me to interact with that Teams Rooms device. As soon as you hit that, you go ahead, you hit the next button, and then it'll say assignment properties. Give this first assignment a name and a description. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and put remote access. You can set up if you want email notifications. In my case, I'm not going to bother. Hit the next button, and then it will say search for a user or a security group. So you need to make sure that you're adding somebody in that's part of your tenant. So in my case, I'm going to go ahead and type in MK. That's me across there. Hit the next button, and then it'll say assign scope, which is which rooms do you want to enable remote access to. So in my case, I have an MTR on Windows, which is my home office one that I have enabled for remote access. And then simply go ahead, hit the next button across there, review all your details, and then just go add new role. That's as easy as that. Right. So remember, from a tenant level, you have to enable the remote access first, and then you need to go ahead and create that role. Now that I've created a role, let me show you how you would actually go ahead and remote into a machine. So again, here on the homepage, on the Teams Room Pro Management homepage, you simply would go ahead to Rooms. So you hit that Rooms button, you'll see all your rooms light up across there. And the one in question is my home office. You can see it says needs action. The reason it says needs action is I haven't changed that default password, but you'll know that. So remote home office across there. Obviously, it starts giving me all the information. And right at the end here, across the top, you'll see we've got remote access. You simply go ahead, tap that button once, start a session, and then within a couple of seconds, it will automatically load up. So it's going to validate everything first on the machine itself, and then it'll give me access. It's now loading. And it'll give me access directly into that machine. Now, remember, as part of my role, I enabled modify, which means I am able to actually interact with buttons. So I can go ahead and click on more, and then it'll open up all the settings, etc. Now, a couple of things to note across the top here. You have a few things that you can do. You can go zoom to fit, so then that will zoom it into your browser window. You can go enter full screen if you completely want to take over. And then, of course, I can also change display. So if you have a touch console and then the front of room, I can go ahead and say, hey, I want to select front of room across there. It then switches the display. You can't do them side by side just yet, but I can see what's going on the front of room. And then I can also switch back to the MTR console across here as well. Now, it does put a alert, not an alert, kind of like a what do you call it? Like a bar that goes all the way around the MTR in question inside of that room to show that it's being remoted into. So you will see that on the actual machine in there. But this is nice and simple, right? Thank you, Microsoft, for actually bringing this. We've been using unorthodox ways for a very, very long time. And now finally we have the ability to actually do it directly from the Pro Management Portal. Remember, it's not available on Android just yet. It is coming to Android. It's on the roadmap. But for now, have fun, set up those role-based profiles and remote into your machine. So now you can help support your customers. With that in mind, I just want to say thank you so much. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I shall see you for the next one. Ciao.